Hello and welcome back. This is the Strategic Transformation Podcast. I'm your host, Rosie, Loos, clinical psychologist, mindset and performance coach. In our last episode, we learned to disarm the saboteur, the voice that says you can't. But there's another, quieter voice that can do even more damage. It's the voice that says you won't. Have you ever set a goal for yourself? To wake up earlier, to start that project, to not check your phone first thing, and by 10 a.m., you've already broken it? That feeling isn't just disappointment, it's a crack in the foundation of your self-trust. Today, we're moving from insight to integrity. We're building what I call your integrity engine, the reliable system that turns your intentions into your identity. In this episode, you'll learn why breaking promises to yourself is a form of psychological self-sabotage, more damaging than any critic. You'll discover the 3 pillars of self-trust: clarity, capability, and consistency. And you'll get a simple, non-negotiable tool called the Integrity Pact, a daily practice that wires your brain to see yourself as a person who does what she says she will do. This is how you become your own most reliable ally. Let's name it clearly. Every time you tell yourself you'll do something and then you don't, you are practicing self-betrayal. Your brain records it. It's a tiny vote of no confidence in your own leadership. This isn't about willpower. It's about predictive coding. Your brain is a prediction machine. It uses past data to forecast the future. If the data says, she says she'll exercise, but she usually bails, your brain predicts the future. It then withholds the dopamine hit of motivation because, based on the data, success is unlikely. You're not unmotivated. Your brain is efficiently managing resources based on your track record. We often think integrity is about big, moral choices, but real integrity is built in the micro moments. Hitting publish on a post when you're scared, going for that walk when you said you would, closing your laptop at the time you scheduled. When these small pacts are broken, you teach your nervous system it is not safe to follow you into a bigger, scarier territory. But in reality, your legacy is that bigger, scarier territory. You might be thinking, but isn't it selfish to focus on these tiny promises to myself when I have a family to run? This is the martyr saboteur, and it's why this work is a legacy practice. You are modeling what it looks like to have a respectful, trustworthy relationship with yourself. You are showing your children, especially your daughters, that a woman's word to herself has value. You are teaching them that integrity isn't just something you owe to others. It's the foundation of self-respect. Building your integrity engine isn't a selfish act. It's a generational gift. So, how do we rewrite the data? We need to understand the reward pathway. When you set an intention, for example, I'll work on my project at 9 a.m. and then follow through, you complete a cognitive behavioral loop. This completion triggers a release of dopamine, not just the feel-good chemical, but the learning and reinforcement chemical. This dopamine hit does 2 crucial things. It makes the action feel satisfying, making you more likely to repeat it. And it strengthens the neural pathway between the thought, I should go do that thing, and the action, actually going to do that thing. But here's the key. The reward is for completion of the predicted action, not the action itself. Your brain rewards you after being right about yourself. Every kept promise, no matter how small, is a deposit into your self-trust account. It builds what psychologists call self-efficacy, the bedrock belief that you can influence the outcomes in your life. But to start depositing into that account, we first have to clear away the mental clutter that keeps us from making the deposits in the first place. We often confuse integrity with other things. First, there's the productivity hustle myth. We think integrity means checking off a massive to-do list, being busy for others, meeting every external demand, but that's just reactivity in a fancy dress. True integrity is alignment, your actions matching your own stated intentions. You can have a perfectly productive day serving everyone else's agenda, yet completely betray the one promise you made to yourself. The engine isn't fueled by busyness, it's fueled by fidelity to your own word. Then there's the flexibility trap. As mothers, we pride ourselves on being adaptable, but this strength can be hijacked. We use, "I need to be flexible," as a perpetual excuse to deprioritize ourselves. "Oh, something came up, I'll do my thing tomorrow." True flexibility isn't abandoning your commitment, it's adapting the plan. It's saying, the 3 p.m. block won't work, so I'm moving my pact to 8 a.m. tomorrow. It's a respectful rescheduling, and it's not a silent cancellation. And finally, the big gesture fallacy. We wait for the perfect quiet hour, the cleared weekend, the ideal conditions to start our important work. We think integrity is proven in the grand, visible acts, but legacy isn't built in the rare, perfect moment. It's built in the unglamorous, consistent 5-minute intervals between life's demands. By waiting for the big block of time, we teach our brain that our aspirations are optional luxuries, not core commitments. The integrity engine runs on 3 pillars. Pillar 1, clarity. Vague goals create vague results. Be healthier is not a promise you can keep. Drink a glass of water first thing tomorrow is. Pillar 2, capability. Is the promise realistic right now? Promising 2 hours of deep work when you have a sick child at home is setting up a breach of trust. Start with what is undeniably doable. Pillar 3, consistency. Consistency over intensity every time. 1 minute every day is more powerful for building trust than 4 hours once in a blue moon. Let's look at these pillars through the lens of our old friend, the saboteur, because it will try to sabotage each one. Clarity. Vagueness is the perfectionist's favorite hiding spot. Be healthier is safe because it can't be measured or failed. Walk for 10 minutes at 7 a.m. is terrifyingly clear. You either do it or you don't. The perfectionist would rather you have no goal than a goal you may not achieve perfectly. So when you sit down to write your pact and your mind goes blank or offers something vague, that's the perfectionist trying to keep you safe from the judgment of a specific outcome. Capability. This is where the martyr takes the wheel. She will constantly audit your capacity for everyone else's needs, but never for your own. You'll have endless capability for driving kids, managing the household, supporting others, but suddenly be too exhausted for your 5-minute pact. The martyr equates self-sacrifice with virtue. When you assess if a promise is doable, you must gently ask, is this truly not capable, or is the martyr telling me someone else's need is more valid than my own promise? Consistency. The imposter despises consistency. It whispers, who are you to do this every day? That's for real writers, real entrepreneurs, real athletes. It wants you to feel like a fraud for taking your own plans seriously. The imposter reframes discipline as arrogance. Choosing to show up for 1 minute daily is an act of defiance against the imposter's claim that you don't belong in this arena. So as you use these pillars, listen for those voices. Naming them strips away their power and lets you choose the pillar with intention. So how do we implement this? we use the Integrity Pact. This is a daily, non-negotiable 5-minute practice. Step 1. The evening before, write down one micro promise for tomorrow. It must be tiny, 5 minutes or less. Specific. State what you'll do, when you'll do it, and where you will be. Make it entirely within your control. For example, at 8:05 a.m., after I put my coffee down, I will open my project document and write one sentence. Step 2. The morning of, review your pact. Step 3. The moment. Do the thing. No negotiation. This is a pact, not a suggestion. Step 4. The acknowledgement. When done, literally say out loud or write, pact kept. I am a person who does what she says she will do. This isn't about the sentence you write, it's about the synaptic connection that you forge in your brain. You are building the neurological hardware of self-trust. I worked with a client, Lena, who dreamed of writing a book but hadn't written a word in 2 years. Her saboteur was loud, but her deeper issue was that she no longer believed herself. We started working with the Integrity Pact. Her promise, tomorrow after my 10 a.m. coffee, I will open my laptop, open a blank document, and type the title of my book. That was it. The first day, she did it and she emailed me, pact kept. The dopamine was real. A week later, her pact was, write for 10 minutes. And she did. Within a month, she'd completed her chapter outline. The saboteur's voice didn't disappear, but it was drowned out by a new, louder data stream. I keep my promises to myself. She wasn't just building a manuscript, she was rebuilding her identity as a writer. She used other strategies we implemented together, but this was the crucial first step for her. All the performance coaching in the world would not have helped if she didn't trust herself to implement it. Now, let's talk about what happens when things don't go to plan and you don't keep the pact, because that will happen. We will make this absolutely concrete with a day in the life of 2 different data streams for your brain. Scenario A, the old self-betrayal loop. It's 8 p.m, you're tired, you remember you didn't do your 5-minute project pact. The old automatic script fires, I knew it. I'm so lazy, I never follow through. What is wrong with me? I'll just try again tomorrow. Maybe. You feel a pang of shame. And to make it go away, you pick up your phone and scroll, numbing the discomfort. What did your brain just learn? It learned that breaking a promise leads to self-criticism and then escape. It reinforces the identity of someone who doesn't follow through. The self-trust account is debited. Scenario B, the integrity engine loop. It's 8 p.m. You're tired. You remember you didn't do your pact. You pause. You don't jump to the old script. Instead, you become the scientist. You name it. Okay, the pact was broken today. You validate it. That makes sense. The after-school chaos was absolutely intense and my energy was completely depleted by 4:30. The condition for the pact wasn't met. You reframe and reset. This is useful data. It tells me my capability assessment was off for that time of day. So tomorrow's pact will be at 9:05 a.m, right after the school run when my energy is higher. You've just conducted a trust-preserving audit, not a self-shaming spiral. Your brain learns that broken pacts are information, they're not identity. The self-trust account remains stable. You might even write a new pact down right then. This isn't failure, it's diagnostic data. It's how an architect revises a blueprint. It's not a reason to abandon the build. You go to bed as a competent problem solver of your own life, not as a failure. That shift from spiral to audit is the entire revolution. It turns every outcome into constructive data for your own self-leadership. Your legacy will be built not in a single heroic effort, but in a string of 1,000 kept promises to yourself. The integrity engine is what allows you to move from being inspired by an idea to being entrusted with it. When you trust yourself, fear loses its power. Uncertainty becomes just a problem to solve. It's not a reason to stop. You become a safe bet for your own biggest dreams. Anyone who's trained for a marathon understands this concept. You can't wake up one day and just run one. You need to make micro steps over months towards your goal. And for the mums listening, you already understand this engine in one domain. Your children. You are the most reliable person in their world. You say, we'll go to the park after lunch. And you do. You promise a story at bedtime and you deliver. That consistency is the bedrock of their secure attachment. Your integrity engine is about turning that profound, nurturing reliability inward. It's about becoming the secure base for your own aspirations. Because if you can be trusted to show up for a toddler's promise, you can absolutely be trusted to show up for your own. This isn't about adding more responsibility. It's about redirecting a skill you already possess masterfully. So let's recap. Self-betrayal erodes your brain's trust in you. To build your integrity engine, focus on clarity, capability, and consistency. Your mission this week is to implement the Integrity Pact for just 3 days. Choose one laughably small promise each day and keep it. Notice the shift in how you feel about yourself, and if you're willing, I'd love to hear about what you discover. Message me on socials, DM me the word pact after you complete your first one. No need to tell me what it was, just that you did it. Let's build this evidence together. This deep work on self-trust is a core part of what we do in the legacy system. Thank you for your commitment to becoming your own most reliable leader. If this resonated, please share it. Remember, every kept promise, no matter how small, is a brick in the foundation of the legacy you're building. To your legacy.